Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. I'm gonna do some fortune telling. I'm on vacation right now, but I gotta head back later tonight. And I feel a lot of optimism, but I also felt a lot of optimism last month after my staycation, where I took some time away from my art projects, among other things, and unfortunately it didn't last. That's the problem. I did feel a whole lot better when I took that one day off, but it didn't really last, and it didn't scale very well. Unfortunately, this time I don't have a whole lot of time off either, and but I did get to go away. So 5 things I want to do fortune telling about, and that's why I use the 5 Alive deck of cards, because I'm having trouble staying alive with everything. 5 things I do want to do some fortune telling on are my relationship with my colleagues at work. I do get along with my boss, but I kind of feel that I'm getting the better side of favoritism. There's still a lot of politics in the office. I just happen to be on the good side of it. And I dislike that too. I strongly, Peter, dislike being on the good side of politics too, because you never know if the people involved are going to change. You don't want resentment from the other colleagues either. I can already sense resentment from one of my colleagues. So that's one thing I want to do fortune telling on. I got 2 girls in my life that I'm thinking about that I want to do some fortune telling on. One is, I want to say, a distant cousin of Mary Curry. That's what I've been calling her. But lately, I've noticed she's more like Evelina Falenta in terms of her ways of life. Which is great, but I need her to recognize that I also have that way of life, so that she won't be afraid of me, right? And then there's a distant cousin of Putin, and I like to call her Putin's ex, because she disagrees with Putin. She strongly, Peter dislikes what Putin is doing over there, right? There was a distant cousin of Taylor Swift, but I think we've moved on. Okay. And what else did I want to do? My art projects is the other thing I want to do some fortune telling on. And also my eating disorders. I was doing really well with my eating disorders when when I had time on my hands. But when I try to juggle art projects, a publication I'm trying to submit, multiple tutoring clients, sometimes eating disorder ways of fall by the wayside, unfortunately. Okay, start with my colleagues at work. 0. Maybe they'll be agnostic to our ways of life. That's what I hope that 0 stands for. Death! Well, actually, I just had at the college, one of our former colleagues passed away last week. I didn't know him, so maybe that's that. So 1, single lives matter, right? 3, that's another, 3 is a lucky number for me because it means a single individual being accepted by a couple. Back in 2013, when everybody was putting equal signs on their Facebook to support marriage equality, I was drawing a 3-lined equal sign because I wanted singles to be accepted as well. Okay. Now the Mary Curry / Evelina Falenta, let's do some fortune telling on her. Well, she and I actually behave more like two solosexuals who have some kind of friendship, right? If we were to be together, it would probably be like that. So one is a very, oh yeah, the 2 of us are like that, right? That's a good, okay. Let's do Putin's ex. Bomb! Okay, so maybe she's not for me. Okay, how about, what else? The art projects. 6, meaning to social distance. Yes, the art projects kind of do force me to stay 6 feet away from everybody else, right? I don't have any friends who are into that either, and also I need space away from distractions, right? When my roommates are away and I get to stay 6 feet away from everybody else, no distractions, that's when I do a lot of the art. That's very appropriate for my fortune telling, and sometimes I almost die as a result of accidents from doing it. That's also very appropriate. And my fortune telling is telling me that maybe I should reverse course, right? Take a break away from it. How about my eating disorders? 0, meaning to fast, right? That's a good one. +2, not sure what that's supposed to mean. Equals 10. I don't know. 10, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Single lives matter. 5 is also a very lucky number in terms of eating. 5 means to procrastinate, and the reason for that is when I was a kid, I had trouble getting up to go to school. My mom would come wake me up, and I would ask for 5 more minutes. In Chinese, 5 is pronounced "oo," so my mom would say, "Come on, let's get up. We need to go to school. We're late for school." "Ooh." My brother was 1 or 2 years old at the time, and that was one of the first words he learned how to say. He thought "ooh" meant to procrastinate, so he would say "ooh" in response to a lot of other things besides waking up, right? Going somewhere, coming over to get his diaper changed, or he would say "ooh," meaning he didn't want to be bothered by it right now. And so in his mind, "ooh" means to procrastinate. And I need to say "ooh" more when I'm having food cravings. Maybe that's what that fortune telling was telling me. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Like Show. Bum 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 bum.